What is up with my gang? What is up with my squad? T-Gang in this thing. What's poppin' with y'all? What's up, T-Gang? Welcome back to my channel. I know, before we even get started on what this video is titled, I know I went missing now 2 months. It was supposed to be a couple weeks. I didn't have enough storage space on my laptop. This video is titled The Story of 051 Melly, aka The Gravedigger. Since this is an hour-long video, your girl will be doing 3 parts, so stay tuned for part 2 and 3. Smash the like button, comment something you want to see below, and subscribe and click the bell and join the gang. If you're new, then definitely subscribe because we're going nowhere but up. Follow me on my social medias. Definitely follow me on my Instagram, _is_Tania's_world. And follow me on TikTok, it's Tania's World 2022. Your girl's coming back stronger than ever. I missed y'all. I know y'all missed me, but we're gonna get to this reaction. So
because people used to come through shooting us every day. This spot, words can't even explain. Can't even explain. Hey man, this one Valley 051 money. Young money, man. They in the building.
why do I feel like I've seen this video?
Man, get to him, man. I'll see two boys, man. Another dad, man. Another dad shooter again.
This is the right video. Yeah, this is the right video.
You have to be willing to die or go to jail for 100 years if that's the lane that you're stepping in. You have to understand that whether you're 15, 16, you got to think like a man.
Oh, you're not? Why does everybody say you're only 16 years old?
Here we go with these ads. This is what I don't miss.
The story of 051 Melly, A.K.A. The Gravedigger.
This is a tight Nike shirt.
051 Melly, or the Gravedigger as he later became known as, was born on November 19, 1991, on the south side of Chicago. Melly, whose real name was Yarmul Williams, grew up with his brother Wu and his sister Kenji, where Yarmul was the eldest of the siblings. Yarmul's big brother, Wu, is currently locked up for gun charges, but his parole date is set to be on the October 16, 2020. He will probably be out when this video has been released. Melly and Wu have the same mother, NGB, but have different fathers. Wu's father, Jerome Golden, is currently locked up for life for 4 murders and an armed robbery.
Oh my god.
Melly's dad was named Yamwer Williams. Melly's stepdad, and Wu's father Jerome, who was also called Fido, was also the brother of G Slim from NLMP. So G Slim was their uncle.
Oh! How did I forget, y'all? Rest in peace to Slim 400. I don't know. I don't know if y'all ever seen, what was that YG movie? It was on YouTube. It was like Slamming on the Streets. That freaking movie made me freaking love Slim 400. So rest in peace, Slim 400. I only said that because I seen Slim right here, but I forgot to say that in the intro. I know I hope that's not rude to bring up Slim 400's death.
Yarmul's real uncle, but he was always there for all the siblings, which meant a lot to them, considering that NGB, the siblings' mother, died of cancer when she was 40, and Fido, who was also like a father for Melly, got locked up in 1994, when Melly was only 3 years old, and Wu 6 months old.
Dang. Okay, I remember seeing his face in one of the previous videos. Dang, he looked like I'm a smooth operator.
Melly grew up in the Randolph Towers, or the Met Buildings as it was also called, with his siblings, his mother and stepdad Jerome. The Randolph Towers on 6217 South Calumet Avenue was known as the Black Disciples headquarters, where his stepdad Fido was one of the big guys who ruled in Canon said. After Jerome was locked up for the 4 murders and the armed robbery, the siblings moved with their mother to 59th and Calumet, which was 600's block. It was
okay. Since your girl is still, I'm coming back from two months now worth of all the Chicago stuff. Can y'all please refresh my memory on all this stuff? Your girl forgot slightly. Not even gonna lie, I forgot. I know somebody told me about 600 block. Somebody told me something about one of them blocks in Chicago. Cause your girl ain't from Chicago. I know somebody did tell me about 600 block, or I don't remember. Just leave it down below.
And to know and date Tay 600's sister Mina read that he was at home with several times, even when Tay 600 was there. When Melly started at DuSable High School, he met and became good friends with several Mickey Cobras who came from 50th to 51st from Kington Cottage. For example, he became good friends with KTS Vaughn's cousin Ziku from 051 Young Money. After Ziku was killed in 2008 by A.K.A from THF 46, Melly started claiming Young Money. However, Melly, who was already a BD because of his stepfather, never switched to Mickey Cobra, even though most of 051's enemies were BDs.
I think if I got my facts straight, I think somebody, I told y'all I'm not from Chicago. I think somebody said Mickey Cobra is something with K.I. Like she's from there. Somebody's from there. I just can't remember. And that was like probably 3 months ago that they left that comment. Told y'all, refresh my memory. He looked like Martin Lawrence's brother. I forgot what movie he played in. Tripping.
During his early teens, Melly moved around a lot on both the south and east sides of Chicago. For example, he lived for a long time with his grandmother Alicia and his real father Yammer Williams. Later in life, when he became the highest priority for his enemies, he lived in several different places with various close friends he trusted. He had to move smart. For example, he lived with his uncle Jeffrey Campbell, A.K.A Kurt Mack, from Mabu.
I like Kurt Mack, that was a tight name.
In 2017 by Rome from THF 46 and OTF Twin from Lamron. He also lived a lot with his close friend Mabu Crump, who was shot to death outside a party in 2018 by Lil T, who is a female, and Bezu from THF 46, and Lil Steve from Lamron. Melly was actually present when Crump was murdered, and was even grazed by a bullet to his head, which I told you about in the story of Get Back Gang.
Oh, he
Melly
did the story
had
Get Back
contacts
Gang.
and family all over Chicago. His family is full of heavy gang members.
Kurt Mack. Told y'all I like King Von, but Kurt Mack is a tight freaking name. Like, where Kurt Mack at? He in the back. He in the back. You know where he at. Call me Rapper T. No, I'm just playing. I ain't no rapper. I'm a YouTuber. I do this. I do this. I don't rap. Currently a free man. Why in the world he gotta put that? That's a girl? Oh, that is. Okay, they just said she's a girl. Dang. Dang. I thought freaking K.I looked like it. Woo. Jesus. Some rough chicks.
What many do not know is that Mama Crump used to be close to both Bezu and Lil Durk back in 2012 and 2013. Before Mabu and Lamron and THF 46 started beefing around 2014 and 2015. Crump and Bezu and other THF 46 members even used to slide together. This was when they were adults and not long before Bezu later smoked Crump. Because in most cases, members from the different sides around Chicago grew up together as young children, and went to the same school and were actually cool with each other, before they started beefing. This was no wonder. There are, for example, pictures of King Bun and Lil Mark in a group photo from Hyde Park. However, this was when both Crump and Bezu were adults. Crump was also in Lil Durk's music video for This Ain't What You Want in 2013. There is also a rumor that both Bezu and Melly were sitting in the back seat of a car together when Crump was driving. However, I do not know if that is true. This is why Crump knew so much gossip from Lamron and THF46. I'll talk about the fallout between Mabu and OTF in another video.
Jesus!
Big shit going on.
What?
This ain't fake though. That motherfucker ain't fake, man.
That's how we ride.
That ain't fake, man.
That sounds like all I want for my birthday. That sounds like.
Get your goof ass out the car. You goof ass nigga. Get your goofy bitch ass out the car. You fucking goofy. You goofy bitch ass.
Like I said before, Melly was plugged into nearly the whole city. He had connections to Mall Town GDs, who were close to his father, Yamor, who was also a GD. Melly often used to gamble and play cards in their territory. He was often arrested around that area, 67th to 68th East End Avenue, mostly for gambling. He was also cool with some No Limit members, because of Wu's uncle, G Slim, who was one of the founders of NLMP. He also had connections to 4CH. You can see pictures of him with, among others, Bump J and other famous 4CH members. He also had many cousins on the side of the enemy. Among others, he was a cousin of Lil Rob from Lamron, who he was later mocking, after he was shot to death by arrow from 051 Young Money. He was also a cousin of DYMB Courtney and TYMB Cortez.
Now, y'all know what I'm gonna ask y'all about. What in the world is TYMB? What is that? Like, it just seemed like every single time I do a Chicago reaction, it's like more freaking letters. Well, not letters, not in a disrespectful way. I meant that, like, it just sounded like letters to me. Like, can he, this man right here that I'm reacting to, can he go into detail on what this stuff means? He talked about, like, we supposed to freaking know. How am I supposed to freaking know? That's why I appreciate the people that understand your girl ain't from Chicago. Just let me know what we talking about.
Tuka from STL.
Dang, the world does his mama be feeding him? Are they twins?
One Young Money is one of the most well-known sets on the south side of Chicago. They are notorious for having an incredible number of killers, with multiple bodies. You have people like Kiddo, who is rumored to have 6 to 7 bodies, and Drillit with 3 to 4 bodies, Arrow and Montana with 2 to 3 bodies. There is a lot. The members of 051 are mainly Mickey Cobras, but it is also both GDs and BDs, which Melly was. Some older members were even Stones back in the days. 051's territory is larger than the average gang in Chicago controls. The average gang in Chicago generally controls less than 2 square miles. But unlike most gangs, YM controls over 3 square miles, and dominates their local area of Hyde Park to Kenwood and Eastern Grand Crossing. Their main territory extends from King Drive to Woodlawn Avenue on 53rd to 48th. The territory is shared by both 051 and Drex side. YM's history as a gang within the area stretching back to the Drex side MCs.
For my camera turn off.
Although Young Money has a long history, it took a long time for 051 to establish themselves. 051 started to be established as a set around 2006 to 2007. It was around that year that the beef with DHF46 started.
Dang, he don't even, I mean, I just keep that in my head.
To simplify it, there are usually 5 different ways in Chicago for how a beef starts between 2 sets. The first is that it's about a girl and then it ends with someone killing a person. The other way is that it starts with fights between groups of friends as children at school. The third way is that it is about territory. A good example of this is when Black Mob and No Limit used to be cool. Vito from No Limit was trapping in their area without paying or showing respect. He got beat up for it.
Now, with the whole not paying respect, I completely understand if he got beat up. Just saying. How you gonna come to somebody else's hood and do all this making money and stuff and not paying or not showing respect? Boy, you coming in my territory. No world is wrong with you. But then again, I ain't from Chicago. Get that straight. I be having people come for me in the comments. I'm like, Jesus, baby, your girl didn't know. Where I'm from is different. Everybody different. Baby.
No Limit then told Vito to go shoot at Black Mob, which he did, however, without hitting anyone. Black Mob came back later, and Blue from Black Mob killed Vito instead. The fourth way is that it starts with one gang starting dissing the other for reasons. The fifth way is that someone gets killed through the back doorway due to personal reasons.
I gotta definitely look at my camera a lot more. When I see Vito, I think, oh my god, at the bad freaking timing. At the bad freaking... I'm just playing. I just want the ads to be over, to be honest.
The first War 051 entered, and which would later become one of the bloodiest and most famous in Chicago, is the war with DHF 46, also known as 46 Terror. DHF stands for Trigger Happy Family. 051 Shorties and THF Shorties often fought with each other in school and outside school. After a while, guns began to get involved.
I know I'm being, it probably sounds immature, or I don't know how you're gonna take it. THF standing for Trigger Happy Family. Trigger Happy, boy, I'd be a part of, no, I'm just playing. Well, I don't know, because say that now and I freaking be born in Chicago and be on the opposite side. I'm just saying, if I was in Chicago, God probably would have put me on the opposite side to make me be like, why in the world am I gonna mess with THF? Trigger Happy Family? Somebody sat back and thought about that. Like, it gotta be tight. I like that.
It was only a matter of time before the first body was to be dropped. The first body to be dropped between THF and 051 Young Money was lost from 051. Franco and Boo Boo from DHF 46 were the suspected killers, of which Franco actually was later convicted of the murder. Lost, whose real name was Carlos Mariels, was shot to death on March 13, 2008 at 4800 South Drexel Boulevard. Lost, 20, suffered wounds from multiple bullets. Carlos was taken to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 3:28 p.m.
Dang.
THF 46 is a large set located on 45th 46th, Drexel to Woodlawn. THF is one of Chicago's most dangerous sets. They have a lot of older guys that have multiple bodies, and have been in the streets for a long time. They got people like Rome who, for example, shot King Louie in the head, and killed both T-Berg and shot Mac from 051 Young Money. THF is very well organized, where Bezo is one of the top guys. Just as Lil Durk mentioned in the song, No Auto Durk, where he said, Law keeps wanting to get Zoo out of the way. They say he is a chief out here. THF also has a lot of strong allies. They are clicked up with sets like Lamron, O'Block, 600 and THF 44, who are all enemies of 051 Young Money, even though a body has never actually dropped between O'Block and 051. Just like Bezu said in the live stream with Melly, was that large parts of Chicago fear DHF, because they actually terrorized all their enemies. They are actually up on all their enemies. 051, SKD, Touch Money, Mabu, 757, Met Boys, Suwu TTB, and even Mob, who never took revenge after Gucci and Tay-Tay from THF killed a boy from Mob, which is the only body which has dropped between the sets.
Why does he look like he doing a TikTok in jail? Or that, well, that actually was like a hospital.
There is a video on YouTube of the murder, where you can see Gucci jumping out of Tay-Tay's car and starting chasing a boy and one other guy.
Oh,
He shoots a boy in the back, who falls to the ground. He then stands over him and shoot him a couple more times. You have to look up that video on your own.
Dang, snitch. And then
051 Young Money has had various allies and enemies. When Melly, DB, Motor, and Duck were alive, they were actually the links between 051, Penguin World, Jaro City, and STL/EBT. Especially Motor, Melly and Duck were close friends. They often played cards with each other. DB was very close to STL and Duck.
I ain't saying young dudes can't play cards, but that sounds like an old thing. Hey, I don't even know an old black man name. Y'all leave it down below. We gonna fill this in the blanks. Like, hey, so-and-so. What's up, so-and-so? Wanna play cards? That don't sound like no young thing. Like, I never heard a dude playing cards and being young. Like, I really just sat there and thought about it. That's why I just paused. I don't ever think I've ever heard any young dude where I'm from play cards. Like, I love the fact that watching videos like this teach me about other parts of the world. Cause I never would even imagine young dudes playing cards. This video here shows it.
Often used to hang on their blocks because it is so close. Before all four of them died, especially before Melly died, Jaro, Penguin World, STL, and 051 were very close to each other, even if they had their ups and downs with personal beefs between the gangs, especially between 051 and STL. They are also close to each other because they share the same enemies. One thing that may surprise many, but which is not really strange, is that FBG, Duck, and Melly remain cool, even though Melly killed his cousin THF, Raheem, who Duck was relatively close to.
Oh.
He actually attended Raheem's funeral.
Oh.
Many of THF 46's main killers also attended. Nothing happened.
The disrespect. I know, it's the streets. The streets is dirty, disrespectful, all that. How in the what you killed my close cousin, because I got a few close cousins. You killed one of my close cousins. I swear to God, you better run, because that's not a cousin at that point. That's like a brother. That's like a sister to me. Like, I don't look at them as like a cousin. So if you oh Lord, I would have choked him. He would have got pushed all around that freaking church. You gonna kill my close cousin? And then we gonna play. And I just said they just played cards. Explain why you did it. Like, you're not about to just kill my cousin and think we about to be kicking it. What?
Commented on the incident in a live stream where he said, "What could we do against him? He was around his family all the time." This was no wonder. Even if Duck was mourning, he understood that Raheem was an enemy of 051.
Dang.
In addition, he knew that Raheem had shot Melly in the foot 2 weeks earlier.
Oh, God. Well, screw what I just said then. Well, no. Still keep that as a valid point, because I would still kill somebody that killed my cousin. Boy! Who said an ad out of nowhere?
Melly started firing on 051's ops around 2010 to 2011. It was around the time when the war against THF really started to heat up. Melly actually jumped off the porch kind of late. He was actually a great student at school, but eventually he got sucked up in the streets. 2011 was the year when Montana from 051 killed Quint and Tony from THF within a couple of months. in revenge after THF killed Los and Seco in 2008.
Why does it
and
sound
Dominic,
loud?
who was killed by Bezu and Brubra in 2009, where
Bruh,
Bezu
bruh.
later got locked up for the murder in
Where
2014,
Brubra at?
but ended up beating it due to lack of evidence. Quint was thus the first body 051 dropped from THF 46. 2011 was also the year when the war with 600 really started, as the first body dropped between the gangs. On November 10th, 2011, T Streets from 051 was sitting in a vehicle around 12:28 a.m. on LaSalle Street, between Garfield Boulevard and 57th Street. M. Thank from 600 walked up to the side window and shot D Streets in the face. He was later found dead on the scene.
I bet.
3 months later, 051 equalized and got their revenge on 600. This was also when Melly would catch his first body.
I don't know, I found dead on the scene. I don't doubt it. At all. I don't know why that that sounds like a sad movie. Okay, let me stop. This is a serious video.
On February 2nd, 2012, Melly would begin his murder spree. 20-year-old Shaquille Rush, nicknamed Shaq, had been to a party on the 5900 block of South Calumet Avenue. When he was going home from the party, he first went to pee in an alley outside the party. 051, who for a long time had been lurking and sliding through 600's blocks to avenge D Streets, would now get their chance. Melly and Kiddo from 051 were out looking that night. They spotted Shaq and a girl. Melly and Kiddo ran up to Shaq and shot him multiple times in his body and head. Shaq was later found dead on the scene. The girl was also shot and was taken to the Northwestern Memorial Hospital. Luckily, she was only grazed by the bullet and was able to leave the hospital quickly. Shaq's mother said in an interview that Shaq loved to rap and would often write lyrics and mix beats on his computer. This was not the first time the family had been hit by Chicago's gang violence. In 1998, Shaq's father, Luther Rush, was shot dead by Marcus Scully of 7339 S. Talman Avenue. Marcus was later convicted of the murder.
Okay, so we're gonna stop here. Now that was a whole bunch of names, so I'm telling y'all now in part 2. I don't know how I'm about to explain this to y'all, but we're gonna finish this part 1, and then I'm gonna start working on part 2. So stay tuned, but smash the like button, comment something you want to see below, and subscribe and click the bell and join the game. If you're new, then definitely subscribe because we're going nowhere but up. Follow me on my social medias. Definitely follow me on my Instagram, _is_Tania's_world. Follow me on my TikTok, is Tania's world. So if y'all don't watch part 2 or 3, your girl did say in part 1, I will be making TikToks. If you don't want to watch part 2 or 3, then make sure you head over to TikTok. But we're gonna get started on part 2, so stay tuned. Remember, it's T gang or no gang. We out.